Hello, beloved, beautiful beings. Today I wanted to come to you with the idea that remaining centered and grounded is what's important for the week coming up, particularly this Saturday, as different things are about to occur in the world that hopefully can affect and shape what's going on as we go forward. I wanted to also remind you that the joy and the good vibrations that you put into the world with whatever we are seeing and that is going on around us, that if we aren't able to participate, just having the appropriate point of view will help those that are doing the work on the ground. Doing the energetic work is just as important for those of us like myself that aren't able to do that. And I am going to be busy the entire day with spiritual things on Saturday. So I would advise anybody who can't participate in what's going on as far as protests and whatnot, peaceful protests, that you do your energetic work in raising your vibrations and making sure that the energy you're putting out is the energy you want to receive back. So with that in mind, we want to also not put out the energy of joyful, taking joy in the downfall of certain persons who are in the political arena. So it's good to take joy in justice being served, but if you are joyful in the downfall of those who are inflicting damage, let's call it damage, then you are giving back the same energy that you're trying to get rid of. That same bullying, taking glee in cruelty kind of energy that we want to pass and be gone from our lives. We want love, kindness, and the desire for the highest good for all. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to ask the cards. I'm going to start with my Tarot Mucha. Everybody knows me, knows that I love this deck. This is my favorite deck. This particular deck was gifted to me by someone who was a dear friend, and I miss her sometimes. So this, I'm going to use this deck. She knew I loved this deck, and she gave it to me out of love. So I'm going to use that deck first. And then I'm going to use this deck, the Oracle, What We've Forgotten. And then this deck, which is the Oracle, Hidden Guides of the Hidden Realms. Okay. I'm going to use these three decks and ask the question. The first question I'm going to ask of the Tarot Mucha. The big question. How do we conduct ourselves as this as this unrest begins in earnest? How do we conduct ourselves if we're able to participate, and if we're not able to participate directly, what do we do? So the general question is conducting ourselves in this time of unrest. Well, it doesn't want to. It wants to do that. That was interesting. Okay. Let's deal the cards quickly. Maybe not that quickly. Okay. The bottom of the deck, I get the Emperor. See him sitting there? He's all high and mighty. We know who that is. He's dressed in orange. To begin with, we have the King of Wands. So this is the energy we want to convey. This is a forthright king taking action. You see he's standing, he's not sitting. He's got his wand, his staff, and there is a volcano in the background. He's got a little dog and a lizard engraved into the motif behind him. And he is ready to go forward. He represents all that is good and solid, stable in the earthly realm. And that is the energy that we want to go forward with. Not afraid to act, but cautious because we know what the consequences are. Okay. Count the cost. Crossed by this Eight of Swords. So being caught up in our own thoughts. So we need to get out of our head, take that blindfold off, see what's around us, take that binding off and walk through those swords so that we can clearly do that which needs to be done. So get out of your head. At the base of the reading, I have this Queen of Pentacles, which is appropriate because she is the counterpart to the energy that we're wanting to do. Which she is all that is important of the earth. She understands everything material. And she is at the base of the reading. At the crowning the reading is the Three of Wands. So we are looking for those ships to come in. We're looking for the action taken this weekend to be the beginning of bringing in what we want as a governmental entity. In the near past, we've been doing the work. We've been getting ready for everything that's important. We've been getting ready for all of the fallout that's going to happen, the consequences that are going to happen, but also the good things that are going to happen, the push forward of the energy in the direction that we want it to go. In the near future, we will be looking to that nostalgic feeling of having things be settled again. That's what we want. We want to be settled. We want to feel safe. We want to know that we are being taken care of, and therefore giving us the freedom to do those things that we want to do. The energy surrounding us as a group is this Nine of Pentacles, the lady in the garden. And she is ready. She's at her leisure. She has those things around her. She's whispering to that bird. She's got all that she needs to go forward. The energy without that's surrounding us from the higher powers is this Queen of Cups. Or not even from the higher powers, from the other side. They're all in their feelings. So she can represent the queen that has all of those feelings in check, that understands all of those feelings and knows how to use them, knows when to keep them in check so as not to allow them to run rampant. But the other side doesn't have that. They don't understand that. So this queen can represent both the spirit realm and those on the other side that are moved only by emotions. What we're afraid of is that we'll get tired and walk away. But look at this. She's not walking away from us. She's walking toward us. So it's hopes and fears. So it can also be that we're walking toward something new, something that we want, something that's stable. And the final outcome I get is joy and happiness in the foundation that we're about to rebuild. Okay, now that is all while his nibs, the orange one, is watching over us and taking no joy. There's no joy in this card. You see that? He is not happy at all. And that's how he's going to be. He's not going to be happy at all. Okay. So, what we have forgotten. What have we forgotten that we need to do? That we need to do to be ready to stabilize ourselves? What have we forgotten? Please, let's see. Water, control room goals, vision quest. The bottom of the deck is the Tao of Flow. See that? I love this card, the Tao of Flow. Just being and letting it be. We've forgotten to just be and let Spirit do its work. The Tao of Flow. I love this card. That's the bottom of the deck. That's the general energy surrounding this reading. The first card I got was water. So there's all kinds of emotions that are starting to come out. Lots of emotions. We want to remember that those emotions are, firstly, they're valid. And secondly, we need to know when to rein them in. And I am always, whenever I get a card like this, reminded of Bruce Lee speaking about that his philosophy was to be water, to shape yourself to whatever the situation is, to flow with whatever it is, so that you are not offering resistance. And also, we can be a reflection. What will the reflection show? That's what we need to concentrate on, that this needs to be peaceful. Whatever happens this weekend, we need to be peaceful. The government can do whatever it's going to do and send whoever they want to send and behave in whatever way they want to behave. But we, the people, need to be peaceful and law-abiding. That will show them up worse than anything. Control room goals. bit of a steampunk look there. We need to be in control of whatever our own actions are. And remember that those controls lead to consequences. And finally, in this reading, the vision quest. What do we want? Where are we going? That's the purpose of whatever happens this weekend and going forward through the summer. We have definite goals that we want. So when it's time to say, yes, we want Social Security, and yes, we want more for those that can't care for themselves. We want better Medicaid. We want better Medicare. We want better Social Security. We want better government programs. We want better. That's what we're going forward. We're going to get the opportunity to say through our votes what we want, and through things like peaceful protests and gatherings and writing and whatever it is that the powers that be that know what they're doing, that are with us, that are on our side, whatever it is, that is where we're going. So the vision quest, keep that in your mind, that's where we're going. That's the purpose. The purpose is not to disrupt just for the sake of disrupting. The purpose is to go forward with a vision. Okay. And finally, I want to ask this deck. What do I want to ask this? The Guides of the Hidden Realms. Please tell us the things that are hidden. Okay, tell us the things that are hidden, please. The bottom of the deck, I get all the blessings everywhere. Look at that card. Oh my goodness. Gifts from the universe and synchronicity. All the blessings everywhere. That's the energy surrounding this reading. The things that we don't know. So, epiphanies, sing at dawn. Aha moment, awakening, new directions, potential. So let's be mindful and watchful, because the epiphanies sing at dawn. So let's be awake. Let's be ready. Every word has power. Every word has power. Education, power of persuasion, communication, internal dialogue. So let's use all of those things to make sure that when we speak, every word has power. Every word. And finally, another chance to be. Reclamation, second chances, rebirth, emotional healing. Another chance to be. So this is a chance to be, to just be. So for those of us that can't get out and do the hard work of being on the front lines, just being a high vibrational being can help more than you know. It's exponential when we grow, when we gather together. And we can do that together face to face. We can do it together online. We can do it together just in prayer. As long as we are united, just being is all that we need to do. Another chance to be. I love that card. This is really an excellent deck. All of these decks are excellent. So if you get the opportunity to work with them, I would highly recommend it. So, my beloved, beautiful beings, what are we going to do? if you are moved to get out there on the front lines, take all your precautions. Do everything. Wear a floppy hat or a long-billed hat. Wear a mask if you can, even though Wonder Orange has said not to. Cover your tattoos. Everything you need to do to take care of yourself, to make sure that you are protected. Put up your shields. Know what you're doing. Know how to go, like exits. Make sure you're observant. If you need to flee, know how to do it. Do what you are moved to do, but do it safely. And those of us like myself that can't, I'm going to be occupying my time with spiritual things. I have a class and I have a show. So I'm going to be spending the majority of my day, excuse my silly dog back there, the majority of my day in spiritual pursuits. So I would recommend that. If you can't do that, then just take a moment to meditate and get yourself grounded and centered and put yourself in that heart space of being one with the protests, but also, if that's what you want to do, being one with that, and then making sure that you are in a calm, grounded, centered state. So, my beloved, beautiful beings, remember that I love you, and I'll see you soon.